Hey everyone, Kybrick Builds here, and today I'm going to take a look at set number 75281, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. This set contains 248 pieces and retails for $30 US and $40 Canadian. So first, let's just take a quick look at the box here. Just the image on the front there, minifigs on the bottom right, information on the left. Darth Vader is the icon for the box for this one in the top right there. Mini actual size Anakin Skywalker figure there on the top, and on the back just shows the other features and stuff of the set. And you can also play this in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga coming spring 2021. Just taking a quick look at the manual here. This set does contain 3 bags, and there are some advertisements at the back here. Just open the page here. Advertisement for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga there. That's incorrect. It's now changed to 2021. And then it just shows some of the Star Wars Summer 2020 sets on this page here. Parts list here. As you can see, there are not too many pieces in this set. However, a lot of the pieces are large, and there is that huge printed piece there. So, yeah. This set contains 2 minifigures, Anakin Skywalker on the left and R2-D2 on the right. Just taking a look at R2 here, he's the same sort of model of R2-D2 we've gotten for most sets for the past couple of years now, so there's nothing new with him at all, although the dome pieces here usually tend to be a bit wonky there with the blue line and everything, but it's not too bad with this time around, so either they're improving it or I just got lucky. But nonetheless, it is a very nice figure, even if it is very common. Anakin Skywalker here is a little bit weird, because his head looks accurate. It's from the 2018 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, so it is being reused. But the torso is from the 2020 January Duel on Mustafar set. So it has those scorch marks on the torso, which are very inaccurate and they don't work. So that's a bit disappointing. And also on the back, you can also see that there are a couple more scorch marks on the back there with his suit being all torn up, because the duel on Mustafar in Revenge of the Sith took place at the end of the movie, while this set only appears at the very beginning of the movie. So that's wrong. But the legs on this figure are very nice, although they are being reused from both those pre-existing figures, as well as the hair. I wish that they had the hair in the darker color like they had for the 2014 Anakin's Jedi Interceptor, but oh well, I mean, both are pretty accurate, it doesn't really matter. And he also has a lightsaber as his accessory there. So that's very nice. It's always nice to get some lightsabers, although I have about a bajillion blue lightsabers at this point in time. Now let's take a look at the Interceptor here, the main build, what you're really paying for here. And just right off the bat, I love the design of this ship. Like in universe, the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor is one of my favorite vehicles, as well as the AAT, Republic Gunship, and a couple others. So this is high on my list of favorite ships from Star Wars, as it had probably one of the coolest scenes from Star Wars, or at least the coolest beginning scene of any movie with Revenge of the Sith. And I really like how everything's angled here. These 2 wing pieces are connected to this middle cockpit piece from joints there, so it can move like that. You can flatten it out if you really wanted to, although that's much less accurate, so you can just tilt it like that. And also these pieces on the bottom here are preventing it from being too wobbly. I guess it would be much more wobbly if those pieces weren't there, because it would have a bit of more gap for it to bend both ways, so it would, basically these just keep it stable more. Also really like the cockpit piece here in printed. It's very cool, and you can actually pop it off by just pulling it off like that. It is connected from the back here, this little joint here, and there is an interior. In the interior there is a stickered piece right there, that 1x2 sloped piece there, that's pretty nice. And then there's also a chair build here, which I think is very, very nice looking, and you can fit Anakin or almost any other main basic minifigure inside of this vehicle. You don't have to make him lean back quite a bit there, but you can close this off with him inside of the ship there, and I think that looks really cool. It looks very accurate to the movie, although in the movie when they showed the CGI of Anakin being inside of the Interceptor, he did appear to be larger than he is here, but I don't really care about that. This is a printed piece here, this window piece there. This is a sticker here, the Republic insignia, which was really dumb because we've gotten a piece like this printed before, so I really don't like that. Another main feature for this set is you can take your R2-D2 figure, who I have over to the side here, and you can fit him inside of this wing here. It just fits pretty smoothly in, and you can take his head off if my nails are long enough here, and flip it like that. So that's really cool. And something they did for the bottom here is they did have this sort of open space, this open space here. So they mirrored that on this side, so it's not too much bricks built up on this side, not enough on this, so that when you put it down, it's not like that or anything. So this is pretty much symmetrical in terms of the main build, although there are differences, just like you can fit R2 here and you can't here. There's also a couple other stickers in the back here with these Republic logos. I'm not entirely sure what the logos are called. I know they're not just called Republic logos, they are called something else, but sorry, I don't know what they're called. These blasters here in the front are really nice looking in the dark gray. That just really looks stunning. And there are also some small blasters on this side here and this side here, so those just stick in there. You can move these around a little bit if you'd like. Do that. It's a bit of a playability feature there. And probably the main focus, like the main feature, is posability with this thing, because you can take these flaps, which are stickered. It's very sad to say that they're stickered. I wish these were printed, but you can open these up as much as you like, and you can position this so that they're all open. There are 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and I think that looks really cool. It is almost impossible to get it to stand with those open though on the bottom, so if you're gonna have it just standing on the ground, you'd want to have them all closed. But then if you build your own stand for it or something, you can have them open. So that's really neat. Also, something I want to point out is that underneath these bottom flaps here, there are these little clips here, and I'm not entirely sure if this is the main purpose of those clips, but you can take Anakin's lightsaber if he's in the cockpit there, and you can connect it onto one of those 2 clips. You can close this back off, and now you have his lightsaber put away. So everything in the set is here now. Everything's included. Another thing to mention is that there are spring-loaded shooters in this set. I did not have them attached during the review just because I tend to shoot them off by accident and they go flying across my studio. So these can just plop into here underneath the main cockpit area. And these are hidden away pretty well. They're not showing too much or anything. So I really do like that. I hate it when they're exposed a bunch. So yeah, I was taking a look at the front there. You can't even see them. Like, that's great. Although from this angle you can, but just from the top and everything you can't. However, in the back you can here. And these just fire off by you pushing down on them. Just to show you like that. So that's neat. I don't particularly like them too much, just personally, because I tend to have them flying across my studio and room all the time, but I see that is a really great opportunity for kids to play with this set more. Also, last thing to note here is that I really do like these engines here in the back with the blue, the translucent blue ray-ish pieces here attached in. That looks really nice. I really like the look of that. Although the back here is a little bit exposed with Technic pieces and everything, although I do understand that they couldn't have gotten this going really any other way without, like, they wouldn't be able to cover it up basically. So what are my final thoughts and overall opinion on this set? Well, first off, for the price, for $30 US, this is a little bit expensive, especially with the 2 figures there, with the 1 minifigure and then the astromech droid R2-D2 there. So it is a little bit overpriced if you ask me. However, the build is large enough for me to kind of be okay with the price. I mean, it's not great, it's not good, it's just a little bit under fair. So I'm really indifferent when it comes to the price. I just really wanted to pick this up because I've never owned one of these ships before, one of the previous Anakin Jedi Interceptor sets. So that brings me to this. If you already have the 2014 model of Anakin Jedi Interceptor, you don't need this. The figures are worse, if you ask me, with Anakin being really inaccurate with that torso print. And R2-D2 is pretty much the same, I'm pretty sure. But for the build, there are some improvements. There are some improvements with, like, the cannons and how the cockpit piece here opens up and how some pieces are formed. It is improved. They did improve it a lot, but not enough for me to say that you should get it if you already have the previous one, because they're pretty much the same. And when I first saw the image for this, I didn't even realize that it was a new set. I thought it was an image of the older set because I don't have the older set, so I wasn't really being too attentive to small details and stuff. So I personally thought it was a joke and that it was the same set. So I was kind of shocked to see that this was a new set and it was an entirely different set. And now comparing them, there are a lot of differences. And I picked this up just because I really like the set again, but it's really up to you when it comes to buying this set. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for sticking around to the end, too. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.